Hey, what is up? It's here. I finally have an update for you. I know it's taken ages, but look, for good reason. For one, I moved house. For two, I did my master's. For three, I got two cats. For four, something, I don't know. Look, I'm sorry it's taken ages, but I have it now. I also didn't want to do an update video without actually exploring the reality behind it. I don't want to just do a video for the sake of it. I have since, though, dug into Insight Timer deep, and I found there's some big changes that have happened, and I've also explored different methods, and I found a really cool way that you can make money on Insight Timer doing what you love, and that's what I love about that platform. So in this video, I want to explain to you the changes that have happened on Insight Timer that have made it easier than ever for you to make money on that platform. If you stick through to the end, I'll also give you a way to get involved in something very cool I've been working on, which is designed specifically for you out there that's looking to take Insight Timer and turn it pro. So let's get into this. All right, so Insight Timer. I explained in the last video what it was, but I did it pretty badly. I watched the video back, I was like, oof, should have really done my research on that. Now, what is Insight Timer? Insight Timer is a platform for meditation teachers, but not just meditation teachers, people that do sound baths, crystal healing, spiritual healing, chakra healing, anything you can think of in the wellness sphere, they do it. And what's amazing is there's a market for it. It's like, I always say it's the most democratic of all therapy because not everyone wants to do traditional therapy. So if you want to do a different type of therapy, it's the place you can do it. Now, that's great news as a teacher because it gives you access to users. How many users? 25 million. That's incredible. It's 25 million users on there. Now, if you're a teacher, you're one of 18,000. And when I crunch the numbers, it comes to something like 1,300 unique users per teacher. Now, of course, that's not how, students work. They crisscross and one student will have multiple teachers. But the point is, if you're a teacher now, you have access to 1,300 specific unique users just for you. Okay, so it's a great opportunity at the moment. Those ratios are in a really good place. So that's what Insight Timer is. Now, what they do, which is so amazing, is they are this hub for this online community. And it's almost like a YouTube of spiritual wellness. And the business model is very similar. You get paid for how many listens you get because it's mainly audio based. But they split their revenue 50-50. So they take 50% and they give you 50%, not you specifically, but all teachers. Excuse my cat. They give all the teachers 50% of the earnings and they share it out. Whoever gets the most listens gets the most money. So again, it's quite democratic. Now, this gives you an opportunity to make some money. And before I go any further, I want you to tell me in the comment section below, what is the amount of money you would need to make from Insight Timer to supplement your income or to make it a full-time thing? So two different numbers there. For me, I was straight away looking at just anything. And then later I was like, I'd love it to cover my mortgage. And then later I was like, if I could get to this number, then I could make this full time and I wouldn't have to go to work because I quite like being at home with the cats in my own home without the commute. I've got to be honest. So all of these things got me pretty excited with the Insight Timer. Now, like I said, a lot of things came up for me moving house and so on and so forth, which didn't allow me time to do it. But since I finished my master's last year, although I graduated recently, I finished in May and I had the spare time. And I was like, what can I put it into? And I started putting into this. And it's given me amazing results. But anyway, that's not what this is about. This is all about the changes that have happened on Insight Timer. So let me just explain to you Insight Timer, how it's set up. So explain to you 25 million users, 18,000 teachers, 50-50 profit share with their teachers. And how do they make their money? Well, through 4 different elements: courses, engagement, plays, and donations. So those are the ways you can change it. But there's been some big changes with regards to this. The first one's a bit of a bummer, but only a little bit. First change is that Apple iOS now, if someone's watching a live on their phone, then they donate, then they'll take 30% of the donation. So it's made it a little bit tricky. If you go live and you earn a lot of your money through donations, you almost have to say to them, if you're watching this on a phone, please don't send me money now, send it later. But that's a very awkward conversation to have. So that's a little bit of a bummer. But look, donations are still a great way to make money on Insight Timer because other than iOS taking it, Insight Timer don't take any of it. You get all of it. So if you make a real impact on your students, then they will often pay you. I don't get that much from it, but I get some good amounts, and it's always like a bonus, but it's more of a, I don't want to say validation, that's the wrong word, but it's kind of like a, you cared enough to give me some money, like you don't have to. And it motivates you, if anything else. Anyway, look, the donations thing, there's $2.99, $17.99, $13.99, and then there's a other, which is like anything up to $1,000. So some people make a lot on there, but it depends on what you're looking to do. So other than the 30%, everything else remains unchanged on Inside Timer. I'm just gonna have a look at my notes here to make sure I don't forget anything. That's exception one. Now, next thing that's changed, and this is a big one, this has really changed my income, is courses. Courses used to be like this. This is annoying as hell. You used to have to go, what is a course I would like to teach? Oh, this one. Okay, I'll put it together. I'll write down like a 2-page summary of what I want to go with each of the modules in place. Then I'll go to Inside Time and say, hey, can I put this on there? And they go, no. So I got fed up with that, and I used to write to them directly and go, I'm going to give you just the title, since that's a lot of what you're based on, because you'll just say, oh, we've got too many of those, we've got too few of those, whatever. I'll just give you the title and you tell me which ones stick. And it was long-winded. As a result, I only had one course on there forever. But when I saw that course land, I was like, the money just changed. I was like, hang on, people have like 6 courses? Damn, that's some cash money. So I thought that's pretty cool. But that's how it used to be. Then they changed things now, and they've said, no. You can just go on to your profile, click create course. And once you click create course, you do the things. You upload your audio, you upload your pictures and all that stuff. And as long as it doesn't contravene any of their rules, you're good to go. And then it'll go to the open marketplace. So a lot more democratic in terms of who gets to put on a course. It used to be like they would approve you. Now it's like anyone can do it. So 2 things about that though. It gives you an opportunity to make a lot more money. There's a lot more competition with courses too. So that's a big change. But if you're good with your courses, you're good with structuring information, you're good with packaging information, then it's a great way to make money. And like I said, that probably 20x'd my earnings like immediately. Now, the other change that has happened is premium tracks. Premium tracks was also not a thing. There was no such place for premium tracks. If you don't know, if you're not on Inside Time already, it goes like this. You have free tracks that you upload and everyone has access to, whether they are a paid member of Inside Time or not. So if you're not paying for the monthly subscription, you can still use the free tracks. Now, I had about 80 of those going. And I was like, wow, I get some good views. I got like, I must have 15,000 to 20,000 on one track. I was like, what? And I've got quite a few of those now, and they're tens of thousands. Unfortunately, they don't pay very well, okay? The ratio is very different, and I'm gonna cut to my computer in a second so you can see it because I got super geeky with this. What they said instead at Inside Timer was, we'll make premium tracks, which is tracks that are made that go behind the firewall. So only if you're a paid member of Inside Timer will you have access to premium tracks. To make premium tracks, there were a few things you had to have in place. You had to have, a certain rating and a certain amount of free tracks already, but not many. I'll have to get it up there. But needless to say, if you have like 1 or 2 tracks on Inside Timer already, you can use premium tracks, which means you upload a premium track. And the big difference now is the ratio is totally different. So like I said, I have 15,000 views on one. That's not generating me that much money. But on premium tracks, I get a much better cut. But you do need to make it high quality. Now, there's some easy ways to do that. I really overthought this, and I'm a geeky guy. I like to get all the stuff, but sometimes all the stuff can like hold you back because it makes it very convoluted and complicated. So again, I'm gonna make a video on like the easiest tech to use to get a track going, the freest software, the free software you can use too, because there are ways and means which I've learned in these 8 months, really dedicating my time into this. But the point is, now you can make your courses very easily. You can make premium tracks very easily, which means you can start earning from the first month you're in. You can get in there, you can start making some money. So that's really exciting. So I'm going to shoot across to my computer now. I'm going to give you a little screen share. And from there, I'll talk you through kind of what those ratios are and just what a big difference it makes. Because I got super geeky, and what I did is I got all of my old pay slips, because I want to know what the rates are and what the ratios are. And I really clubbed it together, and you're going to see just how geeky. I'm not an Excel guy, but I remember making this Excel sheet and going, why is no one else more excited about this? So let's have a look at what that looks like now. Okay, so let's get going. So I just want to show you this first page, which is, how easy it is to create a course now. You just click there, create a course. Easy as that, you're in. And this is one of my biggest earners, Stoicism. So 2,000 students, 33 questions, 106 ratings. Real good kind of validity there that is a good course. But I just want to jump here to my spreadsheet of dreams. And this is what I did. I just took all my pay slips and I put them in here. And it's just to show you kind of, the changes that can be made and how things change over the years. So I'm just going to have just the dates on the left here and then the earnings. As you can see here, 846, 13, 105. What's the change here? Well, I release a course around this time. Now, that starts increasing my earning passively for quite some time. But then I just forget about it. And then by the end of the year, December 22, I've not really done anything. I'm earning 1350. January 44, there's a big increase always in January, which is worth knowing if you're going to make a course or make content. Then March, April, I look and I got all these messages and I hadn't really paid attention to them. So I went back in and I went through the messages. So you'll probably see here, this is all the 51 messages I hadn't replied to. So I did that and I earned 41, I want to say pounds, it's dollars. So you can see here, this is how I list everything. Individual plays, earnings, I look at the ratio, the engagement, the course plays, the course engagement, donations, premium plays. I just get nerdy. So as you can see, there's no premium plays for ages on here because it wasn't a thing. And you can see the change in money straight away as premium plays come in, I start getting involved. And this is from a course I released because I saw that you can now create courses nice and easily. So what I do, I spent April making the course and it changed my income from $38 to $534. That's the difference it made to be able to make courses nice and quickly, to make it more accessible to people like myself. I focused on more courses. So that month I actually dropped down because I was working on the course, which is something we'll talk about. And if you come to my webinar, if you join my course, we'll talk about getting smart about how you make your money, because it's not about how much work you put in. I was putting in probably more work up here somewhere than I am over there. Now that's changed. Now I've really increased the work ethic and it kind of reflects in the money. So we go from there to 400, 600, 1,000, 300, 1,200, 1,221, estimated 1,300 and 5,000 to 7,000 by the end. And if you just want any social proof, you can go here. I'm gonna let you into the world here. So these are all the pay slips. So that's my latest one. There you go. 1,221. Next one's going to be even bigger, so it's a shame I wasn't around to show you that. So you can see how it breaks down on your forms. So you can see plays. So that's where I get these ratios from. I just plug them into my spreadsheet, and that way I keep track of exactly how much I'm earning and where the money's coming from, because you don't want to always work harder. You also want to work smarter. And what I've learned, certainly in the last 8 months, is how to work smarter. And I've really enjoyed that, because it's become a bit of a puzzle. It's like, what if I do this and this? Okay, no, this relates to this. This will get me more views here, here, and here. So definitely something worth looking at. Definitely something worth checking out. So I wanted to show you that just so you understand that this isn't all BS. This isn't like, oh, I think you can make money. You can make money. How much you make is going to be to a degree up to you. But if you get smart about strategy, and that's what I'm learning now, you get smart about strategy and workflow, suddenly this becomes big. Now, I wish I had my form here. I got like a diary I keep with me. And I remember being at work, sitting down, seeing that $13 come in and breaking it down. Although it's not a lot of money, I was like, well, if I 10x that, that's 130. If I 10x that, that's 1,300. If I 10x that, that's 13,000. Now, that's how my brain works. I was thinking, it's a bandwidth issue. It's not, they're not putting in limits on me. I'm putting limits on me. Why aren't I spending more time on this? So that's what I learned, and it's been amazing. So I can't implore you enough. There's never been a better time to make money on Inside Timer. So get yourself out there, get yourself onto the platform, and get yourself started. Now, if you want help getting smart, getting started, because here's the thing, it is a little bit technical. A lot of us like meditation, spiritual people like technology. Damn, that's not my thing. It's okay. It's all just practice. But what I've done is made a course that's going to just spell out all the steps that get you there. So nowhere, I've got a profile. These are the things I want you to work on first, because I walked around the desert for years, well, at least a year and a half before I earned any good money. I don't want you to walk around the desert. I want to take you to the promised land immediately and start going, hey, don't focus on that. This is what you need. From there, you need to make this, then this, then this. Make sure this is connected to this so that increases your views or your users. Make sure you're doing this so you're getting in more subscribers. Make sure you're doing this to interact with them, to increase interaction, to interact this ecosystem. So that's what I'm working on. Now, if you want to hear more about this, if you're geeky into Inside Timer like me, or you just want a way to earn a passive income as a spiritual leader, a spiritual teacher, then check out my webinar. Link is in the description. It's going to be February. That'll be the live one. If you've missed that, don't worry. It'll be on a loop there, and I might even put on another one. So check that link. That'll show you when the next webinar is. If not, you can just watch the recording. But I'm very much going to do a masterclass on Inside Timer because there's just no information. So I'm that guy that gets hold of back office all the time and like, hey, what about this? Does this impact this? What happens if someone listens to most of your session but not all of it? Do you still get paid? You know, those are the questions I'm always asking them. And I had an amazing call with Chan in the back office of Inside Timer, who is lovely. By the way, there's a lot called Chan, but Chan, if you're listening, you helped me out so much. And she got me on a call and she gave me like a depth analysis of how I was doing. And she was like, content-wise, you are up there. So listen, my point is, it's in your hands. You have the capacity to do it. I wish you all the best on your journey. And if you need help, reach out. I will help you. Check out my webinar. It is in February. Check the link in the description, and there'll be another one and another one, another one. I can't reiterate that. If you missed February 2024, then it'll still be on there. You'll learn something. And if you want to check out my course after that, you want to enroll in that, let me know. Limited spaces, because we want to get this right. You know, I can't just be going, oh, I think yours is okay. I want to look at your profile. I want to check it out. Anyway, that's it. I want to see if there's anything else I've left out. No, that's it. Oh, yes, that was my point. Those, just keep in mind, those numbers that I've shown you, I made most of those with around 1,000 subscribers, 1,000 followers. Nothing. And that was after years of not doing anything. So Inside Timer really, really promote you. They very much put you in front of people for the most part. Like, I don't advertise anywhere else. I just put it on there. I'm done. I leave them to do their thing. So if you can start initiating your own following too, then you're in a really good place. I've done that with just the organic 1,000 to 1,500 followers that I had on Inside Timer, but no more. So don't think you have to get these tens of thousands like you do with Instagram and all those things. It's not the thing. All right, that's great that you got lots of followers there, but you don't need those to make good money here. That's my point. So enough said. If you need help, check me out. If not, best luck on Inside Timer. Put in your profile below and I'll give you a follow, get you off the ground and going. And I will see you soon. Peace. Much love. Peace out, A-Town.